What is going on, everyone? This is Yix here at Magnum Crypto, back again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to look at decentralized exchanges. Now, I'm late to this party, but it's very important to have a decentralized exchange in your portfolio throughout this bull run. Because, as I'll show you, the amount of gains that they've been making is insane, number one. And two, this is only the beginning, because they only started basically in 2020, so very early on in this show. So let's run the intro and get straight into it. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, like this video, would very much appreciate that. And also, if you're new to crypto and you want to learn the fundamentals, technical analysis, the basics, then click the link in the description to do my course completely free. And also, if you want to join my private Telegram group where I give more regular crypto insight, a bit of news, but a lot of TA, a lot of charts, things like that. So a link for that is also in the description. With the intro out of the way, let's get straight into this. So decentralized exchanges are a very simple concept. Most of you probably, and including myself, are using centralized exchanges like the Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, perhaps Gemini. All these are centralized exchanges because they're run by organizations. The power is with them. They have the authority. They can do what they want. And there's a lot of issues with that in a sense that when you have hacks, which there have been many hundreds of millions of dollars have been stolen and cryptocurrencies have been stolen, this is because all the private keys of everyone is all in a centralized location. So this gives a single point of failure, as they say, as there's only one place where everything is held. So there's a lot of issues with centralized exchanges. Also, they can often have issues, disruptions. Like Coinbase is infamous for having downtime. It's ridiculous, and it always coincidentally happens when you need it the most, when crypto's absolutely booming. Understandably, they get busy, but they end up having a lot of downtime. So there's a lot of issues with centralized exchanges. So a decentralized exchange is simply an exchange that is not run by any organization. It's completely automated and it's peer-to-peer. There's no actual location where it happens. It's all done on a peer-to-peer automated basis. And in 2020, they really started to take hold. The market really blew up. Binance had a decentralized exchange for a little while, but it wasn't really that popular. But in 2020, the likes of UNISWAP, SushiSwap, I keep saying that wrong, SushiSwap. It's a bit of a tongue twister for me, but yeah, so a lot of them popped up last year, and in terms of value, they really accrued some value. And also in terms of volume, a lot of volume started to go through these exchanges, meaning a lot of people start to use them and exchange tokens. So that's very good to see 2020. It was a bit of a meme year as well, because all these names, Sushi, Uni, these names were like, what's actually going on here? So anyway, that's the long story short about what they are. Give you a bit of backstory. Just to, again, give you a bit of understanding about how I'm going to do this video. I'm not going to give you a full in-depth explanation of every single protocol. I'm going to run through a couple of them real quick, otherwise the video will take forever. So it's going to be high level overview of what they are, and then you can decide which one you like. You probably have already invested in it. As I said, I'm very late to the show, but alas, let's get straight into it. So firstly, we have Bancor Network, a great project. To be honest, there's not really much difference you can say about a lot of these projects. Again, for those that are invested in these projects, they're probably going to skin me alive if I say that. But of course, they all do the same things. They have differences in terms of fees. They have differences in terms of staking, rewards. But as I said, they all do the same thing. They're all decentralized exchanges. The big thing that you'll notice between them is the volume, though. Uniswap is the dominant force in the market, taking a lot of the volume, as I'll show you here. Uniswap takes 1.3 billion. That's the 24-hour volume. So this is one of the main factors that separates a lot of most of the decentralized exchanges. And then you have SushiSwap. Again, I can't say it. You have 1inch. You have Compound Finance, 0x Protocol, a survivor from the 2017-2018 bull run, and then the list goes on. You have, see what I'm talking about? These funny names. What the hell is Pancake Swap? But as this, it's clearly useful. It's being used, $121 million. Going through them. Kyber Network, another survivor, synthetics exchange. So, Bancor. One thing that is notable about them, they are looking to move or integrate with Polkadot. Of course, we know Polkadot is fast, catching up to Ethereum. Well, not too fast, but it's getting there, and it's potentially could overtake Ethereum because it's so much more efficient. It's got a lot more going for it on top of Ethereum because of of the benefit of hindsight and building a stronger project and having a lot more knowledge. So Polkadot, of course, as I said, has a potential of really going far, and Bancor are looking to integrate with that to create pools, provide liquidity, and perform trustless cross-chain swaps between Polkadot and ERC20 tokens. So that's a very, very important update to see, so they could benefit from all the value that will be going into Polkadot. So Bancor, a very good project. Next we have Uniswap, the king of decentralized exchange at the moment. As I said, in terms of, I'm not going to go into depth into the individual differences, but as I said, they're all decentralized exchanges. They have their decentralized, their liquidity protocol and things like that. Their little extra or differences. And the main thing about Uniswap, in my opinion, is the fact that it's got so much volume. Let's go into their actual exchange. So very, very simple, very basic, as you can see. And just go back to volume again. The volume thing cannot be understated, because the more volume there is in going for an exchange, the less slippage, the less fees that would incur from slippage. So the fact that it's got so much volume is a massive thing. It's one of the main things that, of course, these exchanges need. If there's low volume, there's going to be a lot more slippage, a lot more fees that would incur from that. So as mentioned, the volume is 1.3 billion, which is double what number 2 is. And also the number of pairs available on Uniswap is very, very high, 2,197. So that's a pretty big deal. Another thing about decentralized exchanges as well, which I want to make a note of, is the fact that because it's decentralized and there's no organization that you need to go to do listings. Listings are completely free. It just depends on if someone can provide liquidity. And so a lot of small projects are able to list on these exchanges because there isn't as many requirements as there would be on a centralized exchange. So that is a very important thing. So a lot of smaller coins will launch on these decentralized exchanges, and if they become popular, then centralized exchanges can take them up. So that's one important thing. So SushiSwap, I finally said that right, is basically, or was, a clone of Uniswap, but the only difference, one of the main differences between them, is that they added a governance protocol, so it's completely community driven. This is the main difference between Uniswap. Apart from that, there isn't too many differences. However, their outlook going forward is much different to Uniswap. And another thing which Bancor are also doing is they plan to create a cross-chain decentralized exchange enabled by Rune and Moonbeam, and implementation on the Polkadot chain. So they want to get on Polkadot. Now, if I said that incorrectly, someone please correct me, but that's what they plan to do. Another thing they plan to do is to basically expand into the realms of DeFi further. So you can see that they also want to create a lending product. So they really want to expand further into decentralized finance. And they've got quite a few other updates that they're gonna do. So they're gonna start looking a lot more different going forward, SushiSwap and UNISWAP. Next we have 1inch. Now the thing about 1inch is it's a DEX aggregator. So it basically has smart contracts, I believe, or an algorithm that allows them to find allows you to find the best price between all the decentralized exchanges. So if you wanted to swap, for example, ETH to DAI, it would find you the best route of achieving that, so giving you the best rate, instead of only being locked into Uniswap or SushiSwap. You can actually would find the best route from all the exchanges together. So that's a very, very useful decentralized exchange, if I may say so myself. It's a very simple concept, but very effective, very important, especially the more decentralized exchanges that come out. Another thing to note about 1inch is their 1inch token. So what they created with their governance model, which is unique, is that they've coined this new governance model called instant governance, which is a new feature that allows a community to vote for specific protocol settings under the DAO model in a transparent, user-friendly and efficient way. So they've got another niche right there, which is their governance, which is very efficient, it's instant. So any changes that they would like to make would be a lot easier than other decentralized exchanges perhaps. Now I haven't done a comparison, but that's what they're saying. And finally, of course, there's hundreds of decentralized exchanges, but these are the ones I picked. We have Serum, Project Serum, which is a decentralized exchange which was created by the Almeida research team. These are, well, firstly, let's have a look at what they're actually good at. So Serum is a DEX, an ecosystem that brings unprecedented speed and low transaction costs to decentralized finance. It is built on Solana and completely permissionless. So their USP is the fact that they are extremely fast and the transaction speed is very low, which is very important because fees do rack up on these decentralized exchanges and they can take some time. The other positives is the fact that it's got on-chain order books, so full limit orders with an interface similar to that of centralized exchange, so you've got that familiarity as well. And the actual speed is ridiculous, sub-second trading settlement and lower cost transaction than any DEX. You can see how much that costs, basically free. Now the thing that I want to note about Serum, this decentralized exchange, is the fact that it's been made by Alameda Research under the guidance of Sam Bankman-Fried. They created the FTX exchange, which is one of the most popular derivatives exchange, and anyone that's used it can see how well they've created it. Their team is basically a brain team full of very dedicated developers, and they create some amazing things. Hence why you can see from the quality of their product that this is going to be very high quality, and they're going to build a lot of things. They've already got plans to build a lot of things on these exchanges. So the fact that they've been made by this team, for me, gives it a big plus. And the actual market cap for this is very low compared to the other decentralized exchanges as well. So a lot of positives for Serum in my opinion. Now we'll have a quick look at their technicals. There isn't much to see because they literally only started last year, but you can see 1inch on the USD chart, just a small rounding bottom. You can see this clear resistance. Once broken and retested, it went on quite a run. And if you just see there, even from here, that's a good 4x right there. And at the moment, it's just broken a new all-time high, so we will start to be in price discovery. Price targets could easily, well, definitely $10. That's only a 2x. I'm thinking $25 perhaps we could see in this bull run. Going to Bancor. I think it's BNT. There you go. You've got a bit more price action with Bancor, but similar, you know, for the most part, or the end of the year, the last few months has been correcting, and now we're getting close to back to all-time high. So there's going to be some resistance, perhaps a pullback before its price discovery. Similar to 1 inch, price targets probably would be about $10, $15, $20. $20 would be a 10x from where we are right now, somewhere in that region. Also, it's got a very low market cap as well. UNISWAP, which has already gone quite high. I've mentioned UNISWAP or SushiSwap, one of them, and Aave in a previous market breakdown from a member's request. So UNISWAP, you can see it's going parabolic now. You can easily make $25, $30, perhaps even $50. That would be a 2x, 2 and a bit x from here. Its market cap is about 5 billion, so it's you know, relatively high. But again, this bull market, do not underestimate how far we can go. I said in my private Telegram group, we've passed the $1 trillion comfortably now. 1.5 trillion, 2 trillion is next. Even 1.5 trillion, that's $500 billion of value that is left to be spread out. So that could easily go 10. This can easily go to 10, 15, 20 billion dollar market cap. So $50 is a possibility, perhaps even further towards $100. We'll have to see as it progresses and as it heats up. SushiSwap. So SushiSwap is literally just about making new all-time highs. So there's some resistance here. Once it breaks this, it's going to be in price discovery mode, so we'll hit $20 for sure, $25. In terms of price targets for this bull run, I think $50 is a good target. I think it can definitely reach that. That would be about 3x from where it is right now, potentially further. It all depends on how the decentralized exchange market progresses as time goes on, how they develop as time goes on, and its utility and its continued utility. So that's got good potential. And then Project Serum, I don't know if it's actually called Project Serum or Serum. You know, we're at resistance now, similar to a lot of the other DEXs. So once we close above this $2.80, there is, of course, you know, the all-time high at $3.88. But after that, it's in price discovery. So once we close above this, there might be a retest before carrying on. For this, it's quite a low market cap, so easily I can see it hit $10 and potentially beyond. If it's similar to the FTX exchange in terms of how it progresses, it could be a slow build, very gradual. But I can definitely see it make $10, and then from then on we will have to see how fast it's progressing. I think that is all of them. So those are all the decentralized exchanges. As I said, I am very late to this show, but it's important to have one in your arsenal, in your portfolio. At least me doing it late, it's still not too late in my opinion. But of course, you're not going to have the same exponential returns as you would if you invested at these levels. So hope you got some value from that, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.